would you like to test your audio?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Jeff, would you like to test your audio?
Oh, yeah. How's that sound? Okay.
Perfect. Do you want to go ahead and mute yourself until we begin the meeting?
Sure.
Aaron, would you like to test your video? I'm sorry, your audio?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Perfect, thank you.
In progress.
Catherine, would you like to test your audio?
Hello.
Sit here.
Perfect. Carrie, would you like to test your audio?
Okay, can you hear me?
Perfect. All right, if you could mute yourself
And Janet
until we
is
begin. Oh,
there.
perfect. Hello, Janet.
Hello, how are you?
Fantastic, thank you. John, would you like to test John Zimmerman, test your audio?
Good afternoon. Does that work?
Perfect. That's perfect. John Ponce, test your audio?
Hi, Cindy.
You sound great.
Thank
Lester?
you.
Your light is good in here.
Hey, Cindy.
Perfect. All right, Terry, could you mute yourself until we begin the meeting?
Pardon me?
Can you mute yourself?
Oh, it's usually down in the corner. Yeah, with the help.
If you can't,
Janet. Yes, yes. I am.
thank you, Janet.
We're getting folks on here. I'll look to Cindy for when we're ready. I'm seeing we have Councilmember Hardy, Councilmember Chateau, Councilmember Hall, and so we're looking for Councilmember Doring, who should be here shortly. Welcome, everybody.
Do you want to wait just one more minute?
Yeah, we'll wait one more minute and then we can sort of get rolling here.
Okay.
Cindy, are you ready to get rolling?
We have a quorum, so we could definitely begin.
Okay, because we have a little bit of sort of housekeeping material in the beginning, so we'll just get started and then I'm sure Vice Mayor Doring will join us as we go. So I'd like to welcome everybody. This is the City of St. Helena Special City Council meeting, Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. I'm Mayor Jeff Ellsworth and our City Council is here for our applicant interviews. And Cindy Japopoulos, our city clerk, is going to give us a little information on remote access and our Spanish language interpretation.
So for this meeting, we do not have Spanish interpretation. But for the public to participate by phone, they would dial 669-900-6833. At the prompt, you'd enter 862-4352-7181 and press the pound sign. During public comment, you would hit *9 or *6 to speak.
Very good, thank you. And we'll go into our roll call now, please.
Mayor Ellsworth,
Here.
Vice Mayor Doring,
I am here.
Councilmember Hall,
Here.
Shuto, Hardy.
Here.
Very good. And we'll move to our adoption of the agenda. I'll ask the clerk if there are any changes to the agenda.
There is no changes to the agenda.
Very good. And is there a motion then from the council on the adoption of the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Vice Mayor Doring,
Yes.
Councilmember Hardy,
Yes.
Shuto,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Mayor Ellsworth.
Yes. So now we get to the public comment section. In a special meeting under California law, public comments are limited to subjects on the agenda only. Therefore, public comment will take place during consideration of the item and each person's comments shall be limited to 4 minutes. We'll now move to our applicant interviews. We'll really pleased to have folks here on the meeting and pleased to see everybody's applications. It's really wonderful to have this kind of community participation. So in this section, we'll go through our different boards and the applications for the boards. And because we have a number of people, we want to just ask that folks keep the comments fairly short, maybe just 1 or 2 minutes. Just introduce us to yourself. And if there's something to sort of help round out the applications, we've all read the applications, but if there's something more to just sort of introduce yourself and give us a little more information, that would be tremendous. My thought was just to begin going through the different boards. Is there any council comment at this point or input on our procedure? Okay, seeing none, we'll move right to it then. I'm going to begin with our Active Transportation and Sustainability Committee. We have the Active Transportation and Sustainability Committee members, John Zimmerman and Jeff Farmer's terms of office expire on June 30th, 2021, and 2 alternate terms expiring June 30th, 2022 remain available. We have 3 applications from John Zimmerman, Jeff Farmer, and Tara Sampson. If anybody from that group would like to speak, we could start. I'll just go through the list and see, is John Zimmerman here and would like to speak for a moment?
I am here, and real quickly, I'm new to St. Helena about a year now, and I got involved because I thought the streets were in really bad shape. and I think everybody seems to know that too. And I'm hoping that somehow we can find the resources in order to do something about that. And I've got some ideas, but I'll save that for the committee.
Very good. Thank you. And thank you very much for being here. And so we'll move now to Jeff Farmer.
Hi there. Yeah, I've been on the committee for 4 years, and my focus has primarily been on the transportation side, both as a bicyclist and as a driver and as a pedestrian, and more recently, I guess, as a wheelchair pusher, as my mother-in-law, 96 years old, is in one, and I'm become quite sensitive to the availability of wheelchair access in this town. So that's pretty much my focus. I've been here 20 years, and I'm more than happy to continue to participate. I'm currently focused on the Vine Trail, where that's going to go, and also where the Main Street crossing study can intersect with the downtown streetscape plan. I'd like to see some connection between those two areas.
Thank you. And Tara Sampson.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Sampson. Thank you for considering me for the Active Transportation and Sustainability Committee. I grew up in St. Helena and am the 4th generation in my family to do so. I recently moved back in December, and I am excited for the opportunity to be involved in my hometown. I'm very passionate about sustainability, and my husband and I enjoy many outdoor recreation activities such as camping, hiking, biking, and rafting. Sustainability is where my educational and professional background lie. After graduating from St. Helena High School, I attended University of Oregon for my bachelor's in environmental studies and Colorado State University for my master's in natural resource conservation. Most recently, I managed energy efficiency projects for a municipal utility in Colorado, which included presentations to the Finance Committee and preparing agenda items for council adoption. I was also heavily involved in community engagement efforts for updating the City of Fort Collins, Colorado climate, energy, and waste policies. And I'm now working for an energy efficiency consulting company from home in St. Helena. So I love St. Helena, and I want to help make it a resilient and thriving community far into the future. So if selected for this committee, I will bring my passion and experience to advise on transportation and sustainability issues. So thank you for your consideration and for your time.
What took you so long to apply?
I've moved back in December and just been getting kind of resettled, but excited for the opportunity to get involved.
Glad to have all the applications. I should have opened the floor after each applicant for questions from the council. Are there any questions from the council for the applicants, any of the applicants? Seeing none, I'll just say thank you very much, and we will be having a discussion in the later meeting, and we'll circle back as we go. So thank you for your participation in this interview section. So with that, we're going to move to our Library Board of Trustees. And this is with Library Board of Trustees members Lynn Weber, Terry Wood, and David Slaby's term of office will expire June 30th, 2021. One vacant term is available, expiring June 30th, 2022. 4 applications were received from Lynn Weber, Terry Wood, David Slaby, and Janet Myers for 4 available terms. We got a communication from Lynn Weber, who was not going to be able to be on the call. But I am seeing then Terry Wood. Oh, we have a mute.
Okay, hang on. Now, how's that?
That's great.
Oh, good. Hi, everybody. My name's Terry Wood, and I've been on the board for since 2014, I think. Lynn Wimber and I went on together. And we have enjoyed working with the library. And we also are working right now on coming up with some ideas to increase the contact and information between the public telling us what they want and what we want to tell the public. So anyway, I want to introduce my friend. This is Janet. Now, Janet was with Friends and Foundation for 6 years on the board.
2 3-year terms, yes.
Yeah.
So I termed off, I've been here a little over 20 years and just moved into town from the fire zone. So I'm acclimating to being in town, which is lovely. I was on the board of Friends and Foundation for 2 terms, 2 3-year terms, and saw that grow from a barely, there at the beginning when they founded it, and saw it grow to be a very successful operation, raising funds and supporting the library. So I'm very proud of that. I took a little time off and Terry encouraged me to get involved with the library again. I love the library. It's been a passion of mine since childhood. I spent my early years in Wisconsin at a Carnegie library. So I'm excited to see that there's still a Carnegie building in St. Helena, and hope to work with Terry and Lynn to broaden the scope of the library services. I think Chris Crichton does a wonderful job. So I certainly have nothing but wonderful things to say about her, but continue to broaden the reach of the library.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate your being on. Are there any questions from, I'm seeing, and Mr. Slaby?
Good afternoon, all. I'm a retired attorney. I hope no one will hold that against me. I've been on the library board now for 2 terms. My fondness, my passion for books goes back to, I guess the first book I can remember reading is Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. I still love that aspect of the library, but it's only a minor aspect of the library, which I truly believe is the most valuable asset in our town. We are not just a place where people can go and read and borrow books, but we provide many services to this wonderful community that wouldn't otherwise be available to many of our citizens. One simple example is you don't have access at your home for Wi-Fi. You can drive to the library, sit in the parking lot, and access free Wi-Fi. And I think that the many aspects of the things that Chris and her team does for this city is truly remarkable. And I'd like to continue in my efforts to help develop and broaden those efforts across the many things that the library offers to our city.
Very good. Well, thank you for your comments, and good to see everybody. Are there any questions from council at this point? Seeing none, then we'll say thank you. Thank you for being here for this part of the process, and we will be, as we said, getting into a discussion later in the regular city council meeting. So we'll communicate back after that meeting. So thank you for being here, and we'll move now to our planning commission. Planning Commissioner John Pont and Marie.
Let's get out of here. Can we leave?
Good afternoon, Mayor and members of the City Council. I have a short.
John, yes, please go ahead. Sorry about that.
I have a short statement. First of all, I'd like to thank you for considering my application for a second term on the Planning Commission. Switching sides from so many years as staff has been an interesting and a rewarding experience. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank former Chair Kistner, former Chair Hardy, the members of the commission and staff for working so hard on and with the commission to such good effect. The commission has acted on several important things over the term, including recommending adoption of the general plan and the Farmstead Inn project. One of the smaller projects, your adoption of a commission recommended code change allowing for temporary use permits, has just yielded its first dividend with the approval of a conditional use permit for a retailer that had started with a temporary one. So changes are good. We're making changes. There are also several things I'd like to help complete that the commission is anticipating or currently engaged in. The new zoning code, which is a once in a generation effort, at least for St. Helena, the new housing element, and at least the expectation of one major development proposal in the very near future. I believe my past experience, current term on the commission, and working on the significant projects that the commission is presently engaged in is a good combination, and I respectfully request reappointment to the commission. Thank you. and I'll answer any questions you have.
Thank you. Are there any questions at this point for Mr. Pont? Okay, thank you very much for being here, and we will move to see if Marika Rothfeld is with us today. I'm not seeing her on the screen. So then we will move to Aaron Barek.
Hello. Hi, thanks for accepting my application. Me and my wife moved here 2 years ago, right before the pandemic. And that's been great. So it's good to get, come on out of it and enjoy the area, meet more people in town. I do work for local government in Solano County. I'm their Chief Technology Officer. Previously, I worked at King County up in Washington State with the same role. Really looking forward to contributing to the town. We plan on staying here until we get old. So happy to contribute where I can, and I can answer any questions you have.
Very good, thank you. Any questions from council at this point? Seeing none, we'll say thank you, and we'll move now to Christopher Warner.
Hello, everyone, and thank you again for considering me. I'm a relatively newbie in town as well. My wife and I moved here in 2017. We've been here 4 years. We live over on Grayson Avenue, right opposite the high school. What a wonderful asset the high school and the concert center are. I am about to retire from PG&E. I've served 33 years as an attorney at PG&E, focusing on regulatory and environmental and sustainability initiatives at PG&E over the years. I want to say that my purpose for volunteering for the Planning Commission is not so much that I would like to be on the Planning Commission, because I also note that there's a tremendous amount of competent folks on this call who are candidates, including, I think, the two incumbents. And, one aspect of a Planning Commission or any commission is that if you've got a good thing going, you want to keep it going, particularly if you have a collegial and consensus building commission. So my real purpose for signing up is to offer myself to volunteer to help the community in any purpose that might be beneficial, whether it's Planning Commission or advisory councils, or even, as John pointed out, you've got quite a bit of work to do on the housing element and other major work that the Planning Commission has over the next couple years. My background in terms of work in the public sector and the community sector includes serving on the Bay Conservation and Development Commission back in the late 1990s. That was a major commission with about 24 members from around different counties, and I served on that. I've served on the community association when my wife and I lived in Marin County as president of that association. I've also served on the local fire district, and obviously fire prevention and mitigation is one of the great areas of opportunity for all of us up Valley. We love St. Helena. My wife already has been involved as the chair of the Napa Valley Parks Association, so we're very much involved in preserving the sustainable and environmental amenities of our local community. So I'm here to just say I have no particular opinions or positions on any issue. I'm a lawyer. I follow the law and I follow the guidance of the city council and the communities that I serve. But I'm happy to do anything I can in the future to help support the community, particularly because I will have quite a bit of free time on my hands starting in September. So thanks for allowing me to participate.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments. Any questions from council at this point?
No questions,
Seeing
but I
none.
do want to let you know, Mr. Warner, that I very much appreciate your graciousness and humility and offer to serve in other capacities. I don't know where this is going to go, but I just find that refreshing. I want to let you know that.
Well, and thank you so much, Mr. Doring. I did note that there may be another recruitment for the Parks and Recreation Commission if you have not had enough candidates for that. And again, advisory councils, whatever it is that I can help serve. I have no, limit in terms of my willingness to contribute my time to the community.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And so we'll move now to Catherine McDonald. Welcome.
Thank you. And yeah, Christopher, I loved what you said. I think that that was wonderful, and welcome to the community. I'm also new in town per se. I've lived in Rutherford 12 years, but we moved into town about a year ago because we love it and our kids are in school here. And yeah, I just want to contribute. I put in my application, I can reiterate it. I'm also a lawyer with land use and real estate background. And, you know, I'd be fair and honest, and I don't have any preconceived ideas about what should happen. I know that the city has some real problems, and so I'd just like to get involved and try to help them. It.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, and then I'm going through here and seeing Mr. White, Peter White.
Thank you, Jeff, and the council. Well, I guess I put my application in, seeing that there was only one application in on the last day, and thought, wow, okay, is this another calling? And so I think with my 2 terms on the council throughout the general plan process, and a year and a half on the planning commission before that, I would really like to help with this, with the new zoning codes. And you know, I've lived here in St. Helena for almost 60 years now, so I'm relatively a newcomer also, I guess. And, so anyway, I put my application in, and if you so choose to have me, I'm ready, willing, and able to step up again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White, and thank you for being here. Any questions from council? Any questions from council? Seeing none, I skipped over Lee Phillipson, but I'm not seeing Lee Phillipson on the screen.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Lee Phillipson has actually withdrawn their application.
Oh, okay. And then Richard Garber. And I'm not seeing Richard Garber on the screen. So that is it for our planning commission applicants. Really appreciate it. This is the kind of community stepping up. It's wonderful to see. So we will, as we said, have a discussion later this evening and circle back. So thank you very much for being here. And we'll move to our Parks and Recreation Commission. And this is the Parks and Recreation Commission members, Matthew Demchuk and Rebecca Stoltz-Weeman's terms of office will expire June 30th, 2021. There's one vacant term available expiring June 30th, 2022, and 2 applications received from Matthew Demchuk and Rebecca Stoltz-Weeman. And I'm not seeing them on the, I'm seeing our city clerk.
They're not participating in the meeting today.
Okay, very good. Well, that is, from what I'm seeing, the end of our application list. And I think we've heard from everybody. So with that, I will say thank you to the folks that were here as applicants. Also, thank you to the council for being here. And we will have discussion later tonight and then check back. I'm seeing Councilmember Chateau with any input. Oh, I
just have one question about the Active Transportation and Sustainability Committee. How many are we choosing there? It says there's 2 available, and then also I wasn't sure about the alternate. Are we choosing the alternates tonight? Because we have 3 applying.
Yes, you would be deciding this evening who would be placed in the regular seats and who would be placed in the alternate seat.
Okay, thank you.
Very good.
And I just like to add.
Oh, go ahead.
I just like to add that to the council members, Mr. Mayor and council members, I will be sending the ballots out to you once this meeting concludes.
Very good. Thank you. And so with that,
one other question. So there, yes. The assumption is that the assumption is that if there's an alternate and we pick an alternate, that they agree to be an alternate. If they don't agree to be an alternate, then you continue to search, correct?
That would
Somebody
be
applies
correct.
for a regular slot, they may not want to be an alternate, in other words, correct? And so if they don't want to do that, then we continue to search?
That would be correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not putting somebody in a place they don't want to be. Thanks.
I think that clarification is good. I'm going to just take a moment and we'll open public comment and see if, I'll check with our city clerk if she's seeing anybody on for public comment.
Let me see if anyone raises their hand. And I don't see any public comment.
Okay, so I'll bring it back, close the public comment. And with that, if there's no additional council comments, we will adjourn the meeting. And once again, thank you everybody for being here, and we'll check back after the meeting tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate your applications.
Thank you.
Yeah.